Well, thank you very much, Lenny. And I'm very certain that this morning's conversation will treat one of us one way or the other somewhere, or you out there watching, because there's something either you are doing wrong or right. But in case you also want to get healthy hair, it's important that we have this conversation. So let me welcome my team in the house. Let me start with our beautiful lady. So we have, can I say doctor, right? I can confidently say Dr. Sylvan?
Yeah.
Or I should just say Sylvan. Sylvan. Okay. And I have Sampa as well. I should say Sampa. I should leave that Sampa. Today we are using regular names. Listen, there's a segment on the show, right, where we talk with old students from various, senior high school or senior secondary schools. I don't want to tempt myself and ask you which schools you represent, but let me shout out Odadias. I know you have a beautiful celebration coming up as well. So all of you, and to Akres as well. These are the only two schools in Ghana. But even in that hierarchy, it is Motown and the rest. St. Peter's and St. Rose don't say anything. There I ask which schools you represent.
Archbishop Potter.
Listen, do you know that school has got very beautiful girls? Very pretty. Non-comparable. St. Rose's don't. No, stop. Leave it right there. I had to treat them small.
Good.
No comments. It's fine. Continue.
Anyways, Sampa is also in the building, and I have Kwesi as well. Now, Sylvan and Sampa are medical practitioners, and then Kwesi is the person who's going through the process of what we're going to be discussing as well on hair transplants, right? Yeah. Not head transplant, please. Hair transplant, not head transplant. No, hair transplant. And exciting to know that we have such, that happens here. So for persons who want to undertake or go through that, but there's a lot to understand about the hair, because all of us here, look, we've been here for the past 3 years, right? And we've gone through various hair journeys. I mean, I that's why I said this show will treat one of us. Me, let me trick myself and start. I've gone through a nude tanned hair. I've gone through locks. I've gone through braids. Now I'm at down cut. Yeah, this is approved for seniors. Sweat. Sierra has gone through same, but he's on a journey to lock in his hair now. Lenny has gone through the pride colors. The pride colors. Yeah. He's gone through blue, red, green. He's gone through
blue, red, green.
It's left with purple. It's left with purple. Then he has finished all the colors.
It's only brown and blonde.
Oh, we are talking for you. When you're in the midst of elders, let the adults speak for you.
Don't talk for me, because the adults are lying.
She's cut all before. She's grown. So we've all gone through various hair journeys as well, flaunting our hair and everything. But it's all good. But this morning we need to understand a bit more about the hair, and I mean, I know there are different textures and the types and all. It's recently until Dr. Alfred, which doesn't like us mentioning his name, was briefing us a bit more about hair, is when he mentioned, I don't know whether it's length or types, or I want to understand the different hair types that are available within our African market.
Okay, so there's just two main types of hairs.
Oh, across the world?
Yeah, there's the afro hair, then there's the curly hair.
Oh.
Sometimes you have a straight hair as well. But usually the type of hair doesn't really matter. It's the texture of the hair. Some can have very thin hair, some to have very thick hair. And it's due to many factors. Your diet, genetics, sometimes to kind of work you do. The exposure, the chemicals you're exposed to. So they usually affect the texture of the hair. So whether it's an afro hair, it's a straight hair, it's a curly hair, that may not be a problem.
But let me ask, this is specific to hair on the head?
Yes.
Okay.
But no, if you're exposed to chemicals during your work, the chemicals, they're all over you. So it can be on the hair, it can be on the skin as well.
When you say afro, because you mentioned afro, I mean, we know afro to be a hairstyle. Yeah. That's why I want to understand further when you say there are two types, as in there's afro or there's curly. Yeah. What are the characteristics that separate the two?
So it's how they look.
Okay.
When you stretch a straight hair, they barely curl back.
Okay.
And sometimes it's how they look in the follicles in the hair as well. Okay. So we see this on the hair, but that's not the only thing happening under the skin.
Okay.
So at times inside the follicles of the hair, there's the shafts of the hair. Okay. But into the skin, it goes into a follicle.
Okay.
Some would curl inside the follicle. Some would just be straight inside the follicles as well. So it doesn't really matter how they look. Okay. When we are looking at the hair, looking at how to diagnose a problem with the hair and all that. It's not about how they look like here. It can be a straight hair,
Okay.
it can be a curly hair. An afro hair can also be a straight hair as well.
Okay.
But it's how they look inside the follicles of the hair.
Are there any particular for us Africans or Ghanaians?
Yeah.
Because you see, when we watch a lot of the European movies, you know, they are able to. They have some different hairstyle. Is there a particular type that is maybe I beg your pardon, that resonates with us Ghanaians or Africans?
Okay, so we are exposed to very harsh conditions. I mean, the sun.
Ghana's hot.
Yeah, it's very hot in Africa.
Economically and
In general,
and weather.
it's very hot in Africa. We are exposed to very harsh conditions, and inside the cells, God gave us melanocytes,
Okay.
and that gives us the color of the hair.
Okay.
That's the dark color of the hair.
Okay.
If somebody is going gray, it just means that cells are not producing enough melanin.
Hey.
And
I saw that coming.
those harsh conditions actually give us very thick hairs,
Okay.
so that we can stand the harsh conditions of the hair.
Okay.
Yes. So that's just what God gave us here.
What
in Africa.
causes these melanocytes to either reduce its production that results in gray hair? What are some of the factors?
So it could be genetic as well. So there are
Okay.
some from age 10, age 5, they don't have enough of those cells. So you can see them, they are graying. But usually stress can be due to that. Stress.
Okay.
Lifestyle conditions, the food we eat, the kind of work you do.
Okay.
And if you are exposed to the sun a lot in your line of work, it can also weaken those cells.
2 questions. For albinos, because usually they have white hair, what is the condition?
Yes, so it's simple. Because of the genes they have, they don't have melanocytes. So they don't produce the melanin.
Okay.
So their skin and the hair is not dark.
Okay.
So it's the genes that predispose them to that.
I know I'm just diverting a bit of skin color in hair, but can an albino's skin be deliberately made to produce melanocytes that can change? Is it possible?
That could be advanced medicine.
Okay,
Where they are
okay.
doing regenerative medicine, but I think we are not there yet.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Sure.
And you mentioned food as well. What meals help darken or keep the hair looking the black shine?
Okay, so there are so many nutrients that are necessary for hair growth. We have vitamin D.
Okay.
We have
Sun,
zinc.
vitamin D.
Yeah, we have vitamin D. The sun also gives us vitamin D, but some of the foods could be mackerel, and then we have salmon and all of that. And we have iron. Iron you can get from the contumely and all of that. And then we also have zinc. Yes, you can also get zinc from some of some of the vegetables and all of that. So
What about they say there's this vitamin C tablet with zinc in it and all those things. Is that also healthy to be taking tablets that have these vitamins?
Yeah, you can take in tablets that have these vitamins. They are supplements. Yeah, supplements for hair growth.
Sounds exciting to hear this positive part, but what are some of the things that also hinder the growth of good hair follicles, if I can say?
Okay. So I'll mention some of them and then he will take the others. So I'm going to start with we the ladies.
Okay.
Yes. So sometimes we the ladies, we like to braid like very tight hairstyles and all of that. So the very tight hairstyles cause tension on the hair follicles, and they also cause tension on the scalp. So they later, like continuous braiding of tight hairstyles can lead to hair thinning, then that will lead to hair loss, which is called traction alopecia. Yeah. So tight hairstyles can affect hair loss.
So okay, go ahead, please. It's your field. It's for you people now.
In mentioning the stuff that help hair growth, you didn't mention creams, but we hear a lot about beard oils and hair creams that help hair growth. Some people also say that if you have the more minty hair care products or hair creams, right, they also help as well. How true is that?
Okay, so with hair growth, or let me say with hair loss, there are so many factors that can cause hair loss. And this is one thing about the clinic that we run. We address the root cause of the hair loss.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can have hair loss and then you can use a cream and it's not going to work for you. So it's either the follicles are weak or they are dead.
Okay.
Do you get it? So if your hair follicles are dead, you cannot, when you use the creams and all of that, it's not going to work, right? But if the hair follicles are weak, sometimes you don't need the cream. You need the medical side, and that is why we are here. And most of the time, the hair follicles become weak because they are dormant. Okay. So yeah, we have certain therapies that we do to awaken the dormant hair follicles. But something like topical minoxidil is used a lot. Yeah, it's something.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know about it?
I think I've heard that.
Yeah,
I used it.
Yeah, that's why I looked at him.
You use
like,
that?
Okay.
I
Oh,
knew,
so that's what
Kirkland
sorted.
and the other brand.
Yeah,
I knew I had
sorted the
alopecia areata.
I knew I had heard that before. But with what you mentioned as well, right? We say that some people are brinya. Will it be part of the dead follicles or the dormant?
Okay, so the brinya people, I think we are
Please,
more
what's Brenya?
like they don't have hair.
Or the
okay.
hair doesn't go fast enough.
Oh, okay, okay.
Omu brain no munya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay,
what they
okay.
call
It
them.
could be due to so many factors. Genetics, for example. Some people with their family, they don't have so much hair. And then there's also, hair loss in the family. So they are predisposed to it. Do you get it? Some people too, they go through all form of stress, sometimes emotional stress and all of that. Some people too is due to nutritional deficiencies and all of that. So maybe they are not really brain. They just need to pay attention to the cause of the hair loss or the hair thinning. Yeah.
Right.
So it's not everybody that's meant to have thick, rich hair.
No, I'd say if you want to have thick hair, you can have.
No, but I
thick
mean, it's not everybody that comes out of the womb predisposed to have that. That, like you're saying, the
No.
genetics.
Yeah,
it
it's
could be
not.
that your family, you don't have it.
Exactly.
Then if you have that desire, then you find your way.
Exactly.
You sort yourself out.
So it's not brain eyes, you are not among.
All right. So this sets the tone for a good tone for us in a pending conversation. Now, but before that, do any particular types of hair grow in different parts of the head? I say that because people lose hair, and even me personally, I've seen that a bit part of my front. Let me use myself as a scapegoat this morning. So the front part of my head, I feel the hair is slightly lighter and light and weaker than what I have on the side. So if I slack small, I can look like a scientist. You know those scientists that they have their back here, no, it's plenty in the front here. If I slack small, but I won't get there. So I want to find out if there are various kinds of hair that grow in various, maybe either in diameter or in, I don't know.
So what you are experiencing is actually the stages of hair loss.
Hey, dog, stop
So-
right there. My fans will come for me.
so,
It is calm. It is doing.
so in losing hair, let me go a little bit technical
Please
so
do.
that I can explain well. So we have the hair follicles where the hair comes out from.
Mm-hmm.
So in losing hair, depending on what is causing the hair loss, the follicle starts to close. Let me just use close.
Hey,
Okay, so you start having what you call hair maturization. The hair start thinning.
okay.
So those hairs you see there, they are not healthy hairs.
Oh,
So they are on their way to die off.
oh, dog.
So, but you see on our skin, the hair we see on our skin, some is thinner than what we have on the head naturally. Okay, but what you are experiencing is the stages of hair loss. So those hairs you see thinning over there, with time, when the follicles close up, the hairs don't come again.
Okay.
Then the follicles will die off.
Okay.
And when they die, then you start to bald completely over there.
Okay.
Yes, so that's the stages of hair loss that you are experiencing.
Oh,
So based on the
my
stage-
fans will come for me.
Based on the stage of the hair loss and the treatment you offer.
Okay.
Yes, so based on the stage. So someone will say they used minoxidil, but it didn't work because if the follicles are dead, the minoxidil will not work.
My own work.
Yeah, so but if they are very thin hair, means that the follicles are still there, but it's just it's just dormant or it's not very healthy. So then it will wake up.
What makes the
follicles and-
follicle not? So let's use ourselves as examples. I've had healthy.
Everybody will confess today. Oh.
Oh, yeah, I've had healthy, thick, curly hair my whole life. Like even to the point where it's problematic to comb.
Yeah.
My hair they grew brutal, and then one day I just had a hole from nowhere.
Your ancestors.
Right?
After visiting the barber shop.
Yeah, so I went to the barber. It was like this. I lowered my hair to
Everybody
what
was
40, and I realized that there's a hole. So I was like,
This is what-
And so I went to see blah 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 blah, and I was given the diagnosis and a treatment. So luckily enough, it's filled up. It's filled up to the, like you said, it was thin. It was thinner at the beginning, but now it's much thicker. It's filled up. The whole hair is fine. That sudden transition from having this, losing Tokro, and then coming back to this. What?
Government.
Am I thinking too much about the financials? What's going on?
So it could be, as I said, there are many types of hair. There are many causes of hair loss.
Or that my ex.
So come again.
Or that my ex.
So sometimes you may have an immunological cause
Okay.
where the body is fighting itself. So we can have
Autoimmune. Something.
yes, autoimmune. So you can have Arieta. So that could be what you were diagnosed with. So when that condition is treated,
Okay.
your hair will grow back.
Okay.
Okay. But if the hair loss is due to a genetic cause, so some people are predisposed to hair loss by their genes. So in men,
There's a clock.
both in men and women. But in men, you may see it at the receding at the front and then on the crown. But in the women, it's in the middle of their hair, the midline. So when they part their hair, you start seeing a gap in the middle. It starts it starts small and just starts to widen. So, not to go too technical, but then there's a hormone called DHT, dihydrotestosterone, and if you're a man or a woman who is predisposed to hair loss, you may have so many receptors, okay, at the hair follicles. So because you are predisposed to that, you start to lose your hair early. So you can say someone is 20 years, 25, it starts to go slowly. Then by the time you are 40 years, you see that your hair is lost completely.
Then okay, no,
Is that part of the
yourself.
genetics as well?
We have
Is that
time.
part of the genetics as well?
Yes.
Because for some people, maybe their parents also went through
Yes.
that, so then they also go
So
through
at times
it.
your parents will not go through, but your uncles,
Okay.
your aunties, you see
Family
your
is family.
grandfather.
It is still in the
Yes,
family.
it's still in the family.
Okay.
And sometimes you may have a major health condition. You fall very sick and then you will lose your hair completely. But with time, once you gain full recovery, your hair will come back. Okay. At times the hormones as well. Hormonal changes in the
Yes.
body can also cause that.
So you had a
Also,
question
I
before
wanted
we
to
go
add-
to Kwesi. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to add to what he said. So there's also a condition called hyperthyroidism. Yeah, it's with the thyroid gland. Sorry. So when you have hyperthyroidism, you are predisposed to having hair loss. Yeah.
Okay. And then chemotherapy. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cancer. Those can also.
Exactly.
You were going to say something, Sri.
I was going to speak to the minoxidil and other hair stimulants or hair growth formulas, because a couple of years ago, beard gang became a thing, right? They were selling oils and things everywhere. And me, I didn't believe anything can drop on
Sorry,
your
Cyril, your
skin.
mic. Yeah.
I didn't believe anything can drop on your skin and magically grow your hair until I solved my problem. So I want to know how that works and like what the essence of it is, because there's no you've given us the instance of the hair on the head where the follicle is actively growing hair. It's either weak, predisposed to an issue or not. But let's say a cheek, which is plain and you don't get beard, full stop. How does that go from using a certain cream to having a full,
Okay, so with the minoxidil, I was say I tried the minoxidil
Okay.
for the beard, but it didn't work because naturally I don't have enough hair follicles on my cheeks. So if there's no hair follicle, it will not work. But you may have hair follicles, but it's tiny hairs that is growing. So when you apply it, it's like applying a fertilizer on a soil.
concrete.
Yeah, exactly. So once you have hair follicles which are healthy and you apply it, but the thing is that if you stop using the minoxidil, the hair will gradually fall off. Okay, because it's not a permanent solution to.
Like the hair is not used to growing in that area. Is that what you mean?
So you've taken over the job of your biology, and if you stop,
It's just
It will
so.
also
So
stop.
if you're minoxidil, you should use it consistently for a very long time.
Ish.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm going to chatter that part soon. But now we have Kwesi in the house.
Yeah.
So Kwesi, let me ask you. Yes, what was your challenge or something that you wanted to resolve with regards to your hair, and then we can now start talking the process itself, because you do have a lot of beard, and this one I don't get problem. Me and you will not get problem. Me like this. If every 2 days I have to shave. And I've decided to stop shaving because it's becoming a problem. So I'm growing to me and Moses them so are rubbing shoulders. But what was your just for want of a better expression, what was your challenge or your wish list with regards to your hair?
Okay, so I think about 4 years back, I realized that my hairline was thinning, and I mean, my wife would go to town and get me some, women, they have things they do. I applied, but I wasn't seeing any results. I mean, I would go through the process religiously to see if I could, be confident with what I was going through. It didn't work, and so I started researching. I mean, I had applied from minoxidil.
I'm sorry, but I think I'll need you closer to the mic here. Yeah.
I've applied from minoxidil to, there are some herbs. They put some oil on some herbs, and they will ask you, especially when you are flipping through social media,
See all sorts,
all manner of things. Like you have applied it religiously. Like when I say religiously, I mean that I have been very consistent on it, and it didn't work. It didn't work until I think about last year, latter part of last year, when I realized, the thing had gone crack. The thing it no go open. So I for find some other avenue fix up. So flipping through social media, I chanced on their space, and then I decided to inquire of what they do. And I did my own research before I went, because I also wanted, although I wanted the line back, I also thought of what could be the implications after I'm done with all this, because I have gone through several medications. You've
tried.
Exactly. Like some will tell you, take this medicine, take this supplement.
Use rice, put rice on your head in water, but sea water.
But it works for some people, though.
We are not saying it doesn't work, but anyway, in this case,
it's stressful, especially when you're using the natural products.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I've gone through it. Morning, afternoon, evening, and my wife would be very consistent on it. If you make her go buy this thing, use them.
Yeah.
So, like every day, every step of the way, she's there guiding you, do it, and it still wasn't working. All the supplements I've taken, it wasn't working. So I decided, okay, I think it's time to make that move. And to be honest, the whole techie thing came up my mind. Let me look up for what, because that time TikTok had
blown up the whole
exactly.
Yeah.
So I was just watching the before and aftermath of people, visiting Turkey, and I'm like, this thing, it will feel work. And a couple of hospitals have gone to check for myself what was really happening. You go to a place and nobody will tell you exactly what. I didn't even know what follicles were. I was just there trying to see if I could get the thing back. So I just wanted just like you mentioned earlier, the front side of your hair, my hair was thinning. It started thinning, and sometimes after combing, you could see that it has started falling off,
breaking. Yeah.
Yes, and so I wanted the dense part of my hair at the back. I wanted some
at the front. Yeah.
So I needed to go through every possible product to see if I could help. So that is what led me to wanting to take that step of getting there.
Okay. So hold it right there. So what magic did you do for Kwesi? Now we see that we see some perforations. I mean, so viewers, I had met Kwesi earlier on, and just about last week, and just from last week till now, I've seen a tremendous difference and positivity in the growth of hair. So what did you take him through? You know, for persons who would want to have hairline back, they've lost hair, half the hair is gone, or then they are forced to shave the entire thing and be bald, consistently. I want to name a few friends of mine who I know are in that space, but I want to shout out my man, Sell Money on socials. Shouts going out to you. He'll kill me, but Sell Money. If he allows his hair to grow, that's my good friend Mickey. Mickey Sene, shouts going out to you as well. You're in the same space. So, what magic do you do for a person like Kwesi? When he came to your doorsteps?
Okay, so like he said, he tried so many things and it didn't work out, so he wanted to seek another solution. So like we mentioned earlier, that with hair loss, it's either the follicles are dormant or they are dead. So his solution, like the cause was the follicles were dead at that time. So then when he came to us, we took him through consultation. So usually when he came, we sat him down, we examined the hair. That's something we do. We examined the dormant area, we examined the donor area and then the receptor area. So the donor area is usually the back of the head. Yeah. So when we are doing a hair transplant, we take the follicles, the healthy follicles, from the back of the head to the thinning sides or the sides that are bald. Yeah.
You remove the hair.
Yeah, exactly.
From the back, where it's the donor area.
Donut area.
And you plant it
at the recipient area.
Yes.
Yeah.
The area in need. Yeah. You make it sound so simple. Please break it.
So let me.
Okay.
Yeah, further break it down. Yes.
So I mentioned the DHT earlier. So with the hair, there's a part of the hair that is resistant to that hormone. So if you look at the hair from this side way to the back. So if you remember Papa Jasco,
Yes.
he grows bald, but this side is hair. So that side, because they are DHT resistant, you can take hair from that side and plant it at where you are losing the hair.
Okay.
You understand? So we extract hair, as I said, healthy hair from the back of the head, then we'll put it at where he's losing the hair. That's the recipient area of the hair.
It's not an introduction of any fiber into the person's own hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
I want to know from Kwesi how painful.
Wait. I'm sorry. I didn't want you to jump to the pain yet. I'm so sorry. I knew that was. I still want that process, because you see, you just say that we take hair from the back and plant it there. For us, if you use the word plant, it means that you are first preparing the soil and you are going to. So I want to understand really how it is done. I mean, we don't have the machinery here to say we are going to copy, but how is it done? Because is it that you pluck a single follicle by follicle?
Yeah.
When we finish.
Yeah, it's a very long and tedious and meticulous procedure. So the people doing it should be highly skilled.
Okay.
And because we are taking the hair from the skin, and it's a minimally invasive procedure. Let me say that. So it's not as if you get huge scars after that. It's a minimally invasive procedure, and we'll take the hair meticulously from the back of the head, and we'll if you need 800 grafts, we'll take 800 grafts.
Okay, what's grafts, please?
So it's just the whole hair planted out.
Okay,
so we'll take 800 or 1,000, depending on how extensive the hair loss is. So let me mention that there are people who are candidates for hair transplant and those who are not candidates for hair transplants. So if we look at how extensive the hair loss is, we'll say, no, we can't do transplants for you, because we have to give you a natural and aesthetically pleasing hairline.
Okay. Wait, please. Hair, the hair itself, the whole strand, or graft, you call it. When you cut it, just like a plant, have you devalued?
No.
Or can it, if you pluck it back in there, can it grow?
Yes.
So when I go to a barbering shop and they crop my hair, the ones that fall off, is that what you are using, or you are removing the entire follicle from grassroots to plant that back in?
Okay. So the procedure is follicular unit extraction.
Jay.
Yeah, it's in its name. So we
I'm
extract
Foley too, so I feel
the
my name in there.
We extract the hair.
I bought it too. Why? Let me just.
Oh, no wonder your hair is.
Yeah,
what it's doing.
follicular. What
Unit extraction.
Yes, thank you.
It's for Foley.
Okay.
So we extract the hair from the follicle. We
Okay.
extract it from the roots, and you know hair grows from the roots.
Yes.
Yes. So we use a device to extract the hair from the roots, and then after we extract it, we store it in ice, so that because when we don't store the hair in ice, it's gonna die off.
Okay.
Yes. So we store it in ice, and then we now plant. We count it like he said. If you need about 1,000 grafts, we extract 1,000 grafts.
Okay.
And
Pause.
then
This
Pause
is a
again.
microscopic process.
Kind of.
Yeah.
kind of,
So
yeah.
please, I still want to understand something about the hair. I will bring us back to the process. Hair.
Yeah.
When you cut it, first of all, what does hair follicle contain?
Okay. So,
I don't
what
know if you
see
understand.
Here,
Yeah.
What you see here is
It's
the hair shaft.
Okay.
Here's the hair shaft. It's what
Okay.
you see outside. It's like a tree that you plant. There's a whole root under.
Okay.
So what we see here is the hair shaft.
Okay.
But under the skin, then there's the hair root.
Okay.
And the hair root is inside the follicle.
Okay.
So it's like a sac that the hair is in.
Okay. So what is growing on top here? It's
It's part of the hair.
yeah, it's part of the hair.
shaft.
What really grows is what is under.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's
the,
not
the
this.
important part is under. That's
Yeah. So what is pushing this up is under.
Yes.
It's not this that is extending. Not what's on
It's
top
an
that's
extension of what is
Under.
inside.
No, I'm just saying that. So, for example, let me just use this. So, this being pushed up is because of what is happening under here. That's what is
Yeah.
pushing the hair up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why when we cut, guys, really, that's why when we cut it, it still grows.
Yeah.
But what has been cut, the top there, it can die off. It dies off, right?
Yeah.
What is waste at the barber's
Yes.
place is, does it rot if it's left there for a long time, or does it decompose?
Decompose
It
and
just
dies,
decompose
yes.
and dies off. Okay, so what you are transplanting is that's
It's a
The
root.
the roots.
Yeah.
And he was asking if it's a microscopic process.
Yes.
So
So use
you
a magnifying glass
Glass
to extract.
To extract.
one
So
by one.
One by
Yeah.
one. It's
What,
meticulous.
what happens to the place you've removed?
Okay, so when you take out the whole hair unit, that part of the hair will not grow back.
Hey.
So in extracting, we extract sparsely,
Okay.
so that when the hair grows,
It fills
Those-
up
it
fully.
fills up fully. I get in it. So
Okay.
because it's done sparsely, after, so if you can see from his side, you won't even know that the hair has been taken unless you take a very closer look.
Can
Like
you
look.
turn around and we can put the camera? Can we have the camera? Yeah, just stay there for a while. You can't tell. So
Yeah,
the hair was removed from Kwesi's,
Yeah,
the back of
Which
Kwesi's.
part exactly?
this part of the hair.
Yeah,
Oh.
our camera is zooming in just for a second. It'll just take a few seconds for that to happen. So hair was removed from the back and then sparsely and then
Yeah.
fitted at the front. I don't know if the camera angle is ready at this point in time. I'm not the one that they are showing. Okay, they're working on it, so let's just keep it there. And this process, that means it takes hours for it to be done.
Yeah.
Average procedure.
Kwesi, just hold on there for a
Average
second for us.
procedure.
Every time.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it can happen from between 6 to 8 hours,
Wow.
depending on the number of
Accra,
grafts
London,
we are
Accra.
extracting.
What's the most you've done?
Yeah.
The
Do we
most-
have the shot now? I don't know if
the
we
most
can.
we've done is,
Yeah. So we have the shot now.
2008, 2000 grafts.
Okay. So Doc, so this is hair removed at different
Yes.
yeah
Sparsely.
yes, and then fitted, and you can't tell.
When the hair grows fully, you will
Fully,
You
will
even
not
tell.
even-
It has been extracted from there.
Wow. Okay, we can
No,
turn
don't
around.
let them keep the camera on so that we can see where it was taken.
So is there a
If you don't mind.
possibility that
and then
from
fitted at the front.
where the transplant was
So-
done, there's a likelihood that it may not grow as well as you expect it to?
Where it was transplanted.
Yes.
That's why scale is important and how to store the grafts.
Also, when you take the graft, you have to store it before
Yes,
you
as-
transplant
as
it.
was
You said
I
ice or something.
mentioned.
Yeah, if you don't store it properly, then you have a low rate of hair survival.
So
Okay.
with the storing process, so when we extract the graft individually, we have a petri dish that we put the graft in, and then we spray some saline in the petri dish, and then we put ice underneath it right? So that the graft will not die off.
How many hours can that be preserved for?
Once it's in the ice, it can take for a very long time.
Oh.
As long as the ice is still there.
Okay.
Deep in there.
Yeah.
Now your question to Kwesi.
Kwesi,
Yeah.
how painful was the entire
Is there any
procedure?
anesthesia?
You ask her how costly.
Yes.
You ask how
Pain
painful.
first.
So the pain. Okay. Between,
Sorry, the mic has to come closer.
between 1 and 10. I mean, is basically none. You won't feel a thing until it's done. Then maybe they will give you some pain, say paracetamol, and you go home with it.
Okay.
In fact, I did mine on Wednesday. I think on Thursday I was there. Or no, Friday. I was
Friday,
there.
yeah.
So you can do it today. I think even on Thursday I went back to the clinic.
Okay.
So you can do it today. The next morning you are back on track.
Do you are you
I mean, I
allowed to
didn't feel
bath
anything.
it or you have to wait?
I was going to ask
Okay.
what are the
Yeah.
preservation
Okay.
rules after the surgery?
So the first 5 days of the transplant is very important because that will determine the survival of the graft. So you don't have to sweat. You don't have to do anything vigorous for the graft to fall off. And it will give you an aftercare package that you use to wash the hair strictly. You can't use any other, and we prefer that we wash the hair for you, because else you may just
may not
pluck
have-
off the graft.
You may not have like the right technique to washing the graft.
So that means that for everyone that has done a transplant, they have to still come to you
Yes,
every
for
day
aftercare.
for aftercare for
Yes.
the 5 days.
Yes.
Wow.
No, some
Not
come
every-
for a week
Okay.
or two, but then if you are too far away, we will show you how to do it before you leave the facility, so that when you go, you follow the right techniques. Else, the aftercare is very important. Else, it will just render the whole procedure null and void.
Okay. So what if someone is entirely bald, has no hair,
Yeah.
but wants hair? Because you mentioned that you take it from the donor spot to a receiver spot, right? So should someone have no hair and want hair, would that mean that you'd have to use someone else's graft for that person, or what is the procedure with that one?
Okay, so to answer your question, he mentioned earlier that we treat based on the stage of the hair loss. So we have a classification that we look on to treat the hair loss. So someone who is bald is already like a scale 7.
Condemn.
Yeah, exactly. And then there are no hair follicles there. Like we said, it's either the hair follicles are dead
or dormant.
So we take the healthy hair follicles. So it means there are no hair follicles at all. So for this person, the best treatment or the best option for that person is scalp micropigmentation. That's a procedure that we do to create an illusion of hair on the head. It's like a cosmetic tattoo.
Okay.
Right. It's like a cosmetic tattoo that we do. So we use a device with a pigment to create an illusion of hair follicles. So it looks like,
But that means that hair never goes.
No, it's just like a tattoo.
It's a tattoo, so there's no hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks
but-
like hair from afar.
Yeah.
But it's
So
just
when you
to
rub it, it will
improve-
still be bald.
yeah.
Right?
Is to improve your aesthetic appearance. Some people actually don't mind. They just want to improve their aesthetic appearance. They
Yeah.
just want to improve their aesthetic appearance, And then hair loss is all about aesthetics and loss of confidence
Yeah.
and all of that. So with the SMP helps people to regain their confidence, and that's actually our mission as a clinic. Yeah.
Are there any practices that increase your risk of losing hair across genders?
Okay, let me take for the men. Okay, so you realize that I'm not saying that being very physically active is wrong. Okay, but you see that most men that hit the gym, you have
levels.
good hairline. By 6 to 9 months, you start having recession, because that would increase your testosterone levels.
I thought it was that's why I don't gym.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
so you can
No, because look at this. I don't want to lose it. I can't lose it.
so you
bro.
can gym, but you should you should not have
Steve.
it excessively.
No wonder.
So
Have you seen our producer?
so once you start doing that, and also the diets, as I was saying,
Testosterone is very important because
Yeah.
men, we like, man, it's energy, everything, sexual, blah blah, all the other stuff. How does it?
So when you
balance
have
now?
too much testosterone, the body converts it to DHT, as I mentioned earlier.
Okay.
So once the DHT is excessively, it attaches
starts
to the hair
hindering
follicles,
the
and then
follicles.
you start losing them. So it's just a simple mechanism.
That's why even in the films, the big wicked guy is bald. No, it's just true. So there's a.
Yeah.
So Steve. Anyway,
The diet too is important as well.
Yeah.
So you know that people take biotin for hair growth, but if you are healthy
Yeah.
and you eat well, you don't need biotin because
Okay.
it's in the food that we eat. It's in most vegetables, most
Okay.
leafy.
so we might
stuff
be
we-
quote unquote poisoning ourselves with the excess.
maybe just
Yeah.
taking too much. then.
How about the
question.
gummies?
Okay.
The gummies that people take for hair growth as well. Would you recommend?
There's gummies too
I
for
think you
hair.
just need to come for a consultation. Then you know the cause of the hair loss. Then we can tell you do this, do that, do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's a question people are asking. I know we might not be able to give figures on air, but in case we are to find, but does the costs does the amount of hair loss or hair you're filling affect the cost in any way?
Yeah, so it's a very affordable procedure, but then depending on the stage of hair loss, as much as he mentions a scale 7 hair loss, if it's an early hair loss, then we'll need more graft. But if it's little, we need more graft, so that can affect the cost. So you need a consult. We determine how many grafts you need, then we can.
Do you do minor situations like mine that wasn't a critical thing? Like mine is like a
Like a bald spot.
20 peswa, the size of a 20 peswa coin kind of thing.
Yeah.
Would that need
So for your
this kind of
side-
process, or would you put me on the same thing?
For your side,
I'm on?
if we just went to do a hair transplant and the underlying cause wasn't treated, you will lose that hair again.
Again, okay.
So the cause has to be treated, then we can just do it for you. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's no minimum,
Also,
but
to
there's maximum.
Okay.
I think to add to what he's saying, there's also a procedure that we do called platelet-rich plasma therapy.
Yes.
So like that's PRP. So like he said, we treat the underlying cause and then we also do the PRP for you. So with the PRP, we draw your blood sample, and then the blood has what we call growth factors. So the blood is we isolate the platelet-rich growth factors and inject them into the thinning sites.
To
You get
boost.
it? Yeah, to boost the hair to grow. So more like a fertilizer.
Okay. We didn't get the ladies' habits.
Yeah.
You told us about the gym.
So I think she mentioned
And
I
the
mentioned the
hairstyle.
hairstyle,
Okay, apart from
and
that.
then sometimes very emotional stress, like if a lady goes through a
Breakfast.
heartbreak,
let me
it can also cause.
No wonder my hair is
let me
growing.
add
I'm not
that,
going through anything.
hair dyes.
Yeah.
Hair dyes
Yeah.
that most men use actually cause hair loss. They
And then-
break the hair dye. They break the hair follicles. So you dyeing your hair using hair relaxers.
Relaxers.
Very harsh hair relaxers can also cause
Very-
and very tight hairstyles.
Yeah.
So that can also be.
What happens because you mentioned tight hairstyles,
Yeah.
right? Wigs and frontals and stuff like that have become a thing where people use glue. They literally glue down, so they don't have hair at all. The baby hairs, the small, they don't have that at all. So should someone want a transplant for that as well? Is it possible?
Yeah, so with the bonding glue and all those things, they are actually harsh to the hair.
skin,
Yeah, they are harsh to the hair. So sometimes when we take off the bonding glue, you realize that some of your hair is being
Has come out
yeah,
with it.
it has come out with it. So with people like that, like I said, we assess to see whether the follicles are dormant or they are dead. So if they are dead, we'll do a transplant for you. But then we start to boost with PRP to see how many follicles we can awaken. It all depends on the severity of how much hair you've lost. Yeah, because some people can come and then the whole place is bald because of the bonding glue and all of that. Others can come and then it's just like very little follicles there that seem dormant. So we do the PRP for them. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, this has been a good conversation. But in all of this, so where do we find this mystery clinic, or where? Because there's another question that's popping up on my radar here. And
Steve wants to know.
Okay, so Anasin Clinic is the name of the clinic.
Anasin
Clinic.
Okay.
And we are located at Adenta.
Okay.
Adenta SDA.
Oh,
okay.
Yes. So when you reach Adenta SDA, the Torture Team School, there's a stretch there, just some few steps away. That's Anasin Clinic.
Okay.
And you can find us on social media as well, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Anasin Clinic.
Okay. Well, so that answers for viewers that are asking us, how they can get in touch with regards to this. So it would be ideal, get in touch if you feel you need such a service, you need such treatment as well. I think it would be ideal. And you know what hair does? It boosts confidence. How do you feel? I mean, because at the end of the day now, how do you feel? Sorry, yeah.
That I am confident now.
Yes.
Yes, I think that my hairline is getting up.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see the end result. I mean, it's already started. I can't wait to see the final output.
Yeah.
I'll come back here.
Yes, we'd love to. We'd love to
see the growth.
Therapy, right?
Yeah.
Going to the barber, how low should he cut it? What should he do? Blah blah. Are there any rules like that, or he's free to feel free?
So usually, after the transplant, based on your metabolism, some start seeing some small hair growth after a month or two, but realistically, you will see a fuller natural hair between 9 to 12 months. But until we start seeing hair coming, we thought about not to touch that area.
Yeah.
So they can shave all over your hair, but for the front, we don't want any harsh stuff going on there.
Wait, so in Kwesi's case, should he go to the barber to get a haircut? He's going to cut everywhere around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, everywhere around it.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
For a while until it evens out.
My time is spent. So Anasin Clinic or Hospital, it's in Adenta. So I'm sure you can find them on socials. I'm sure if we put it on your Google map, it'll pop up easily as well. Thank you so very much, all of you. And let me say shouts go out to Dr. Alfred, the mystery man, as well. And I'm glad Kwesi getting in touch on this conversation as well. And we wish you all the best on this journey. Let's boost some more confidence. To Sampa and Sylvan, thank you so very much for joining us. Like I said, you treat all of us small in one way or the other, but we will take all the advice and live healthy and take care of our hair as well. I'm considering going through with some of the process as I've been earmarked for salvage. Yes, earmarked for it. So we'll see exactly what I'll come share my story as well. On that note, thank you so very much, Lenny. I don't think you have anything to be doing to your hair anytime soon.
No.
No. You're fine. So I will see what we will be doing. But thank you so very much. We're back here same time tomorrow on Culture Daily, and we are out.